Al's Garden Center is a perfect example of true Oregon business, steeped in agriculture and the spirit of entrepreneurship. What began in 1948 as a roadside fruit stand housed in an unused chicken coop on Highway 99E has evolved into a third-generation privately owned family business. Al's currently employs over 100 Oregonians with 5 growing facilities, a 5-acre garden center in Woodburn, a retail outlet in Gresham, and now, in 2005, a 10.5-acre garden center in Sherwood. Al and Ann Biggie opened Al's Fruit Stand, which wasn't an easy feat in itself, but it was their middle son, Jack, who is recognized as the true entrepreneur with his passion for business and plants.
My dad had a roadside fruit stand, and his eyes started going bad about the time I graduated from high school, so I helped him. And he offered me $1.25 an hour, which was going wages at that time, plus half of anything we made more than the year before, which was a heck of a good deal, especially for him, and me too. But at the end of the season, he had to give me a $3,700 bonus because I had brought plants in, and we had made enough money that my bonus came to $3,750. And he paid me, there was no problem, but he made the bookkeeper go over the books 3 times to make sure they were right. He couldn't believe that we had done that much better. So that's how we got into the plant business.
In 1959, the construction of I-5 redirected the tourist business that had previously passed by Al's Fruit Stand. With a significant loss of business, Jack decided to begin selling nursery stock to expand more of the business to local consumers. The nursery business was successful, and by 1961, Jack was brought into his father's business as a partner. In 1964, Jack married the love of his life, Deanna, a woman who truly recognized Jack's entrepreneurship and passion.
I met Jack when our family moved all the way from Molalla to Canby. We were in 7th grade. Went to grade school together and became good friends. Jack was always very, very aggressive and knew what he wanted to do from the time that I knew him. And he could pronounce ornamental horticulture. That's what he wanted to go into.
Jack's nursery business flourished. In 1970, the old chicken coop was replaced by a new building that would incorporate both the fruit and the expanding nursery stock business. The name was then changed to the more appropriate Al's Fruit and Shrub Center. During the 80s, Al's health deteriorated, and Jack took over running the entire business. Jack continued with the nursery stock, expanding it through the years.
Oh, annuals. Why did I start growing annuals? Why? I've been a colored person all my life. I just love color. The first plants I ever grew were impatiens as an indoor plant. I can remember my grandmother got me a little impatient, a little German grandmother, and got me a little tiny impatient, and I grew it for an indoor plant, and it was just, it lived, so it was just a fantastic plant. So I've been in the annuals since age 5. They're just, color is my world.
By 1982, Jack had built his first growing facility that consisted of only 5 greenhouses. In the spring of 1989, Al Biggie passed away. Although he is missed, his legacy lives on in Jack and the Biggie family. Behind every successful entrepreneur, there is an understanding spouse and a team that can facilitate the dreams. Jack has it all. In the 1990s, 3 of the 4 Biggie kids returned to help bring Jack's vision of the retail garden center to life.
They all went out and got degrees in different fields and tried their degree field, and have all come back to the nursery now because it's just a way of life in the family.
What brought me back into the business? Did I ever leave?
Coming back was a decision that we made as a family. It was my way to be able to stay home. with our kids?
I don't know. I think when I was away, I always knew I wanted to come home. I don't know that I had planned on going into the family business, but I think once I was here and I started working just to help Dad out, when I got a job outside of the business, I couldn't leave. I couldn't make the break. It was too ingrained by then.
While in the late 90s, Jack found Paul Fukusawa, who shared his desire to grow only the best in plant quality.
Jack was a man that is very unusual in that he has a vision and a passion for what he wanted to do that is inspiring.
By 2001, the produce was gone from the business, so the name was changed once more to Al's Garden Center. Al's name was kept so no one would forget the beginnings.
It isn't making money that counts. The money is just the way of keeping score. It's the wheeling and dealing, the growing, the changing. That's what counts.
It's not for the money, I can guarantee that.
His sense of humor is incredible. I always think of Jack when he says, "I'm really lucky I've never had to go to work for a day in my life."
His showmanship, his love for plants, and just his love for the industry.
Well, I certainly think Jack Biggie, his leadership, his personality, his humor, his ability to relate to people has gone a long ways to making Al's what it is today.
I think Jack has kept it growing for 50 years, and I think the next generation has taken it to the next level too. What Grandma and Grandpa started years ago, I think Jack just had this whole vision of what he wanted, and when he knows what he wants, he goes and gets it.
He gives us some ideas and then he gives them to everyone else, so we have to send him away again so he gets more ideas, and then he comes back. It's been fun. It's kept us on the edge.
We stay leading edge right out in the front, and sometimes bleeding edge, but we're always out in front, always trying the new things.
Oh, there's a magic to Jack. He is so creative and so quick and recognizes plant material that people want. You know, he just has a magic of finding those plants and putting them together in a fashion that brings life to the plant industry and brings excitement to people's lives. I think that's what the secret of Al's is.
He's one of those special people that just can see certain things in people and he can bring the best out of them, and I think I've seen that in his employees, his family, everybody that's around him.
Dad does it by, I think he doesn't sleep at night. I honestly do. And he has a lot of people that on these wild nights that he doesn't sleep and he comes up with great ideas. He has a lot of good people that will follow up those ideas.
He does it by having a very strong team behind him, a great team of people to help him achieve his dreams.
How does Dad do it? He doesn't. Mom does.
Not only does he have the vision, but he raised his dream team. The family each falls into another role, and they've been bred on this dream that he's had, and they've each stepped up and known how to make this dream happen.
The story of how he put his children through college, that they all had their own little nursery, learned how to count the money, how to save up for college, and I think it brought the whole family together, and the work ethics there, and Jack's leadership has certainly made it what it is today.
Why has Al still stayed family? Well, we can't afford real help, so we hire the kids.
Jack, I really wish you would write a book on how to parent. You have done a fabulous job.
No, you know, my kids started a nursery. The oldest one was 10 and the youngest one was 4, and they started their own nursery. And I guess out of necessity, they've been interested all their life too, and have enjoyed the industry.
I don't think it was a choice.
I don't think we were ever given a choice.
We were involved in the business from as long as I can remember. Potting shrubs, repotting roses in the rain, weeding. Man, we had a lot of weeds in the trees and shrubs.
Jack has integrated all of his family into the business.
to give them a good work ethic, trying to make them be responsible individuals, learn the facts of business life.
I think he built this place to keep us all busy. I think he's afraid that at some point we'll actually relax and start enjoying ourselves.
The things I enjoy about working with Dad and the family, I think just getting to spend time with Dad. I've always enjoyed working with him ever since I was young, and we used to rip up Mom's yard and do big projects. It's always been fun.
Oh, I like the camaraderie that we have. I've always enjoyed that.
I enjoy working with them because it's always somebody else's fault and they can't fire me.
He's been a champion for the independent garden center across America.
Jack has brought an incredible amount of vision to the art industry. This is a person who sees something and goes after it.
Jack is really an innovator and willing to try out a new idea and give it its shot, and he's done a great job in leading the industry in a lot of different new ideas, from starting to grow annuals and really getting into that big time to opening up a huge new store. He's really pushed the envelope for independent garden centers in Oregon.
He wants to get people excited. He wants to bring new and different people into the garden centers, and that's good for the entire industry.
Our growers need something, they'll call Jack, he'll share information. He's a tremendous resource for the industry.
Other than a loud voice and lots of stories, great vision, great forethought, and a lot of fun.
One of the things that I think Dad really brings to the nursery industry is that he brings everyone's best interests at heart. He wants everyone to grow and improve, to be the best they can be, and he shares information and ideas just to get people to reach their fullest potential.
I think the future's amazing. I think that Jack's business is going to exponentially grow. It's going to snowball. I think he's put in effect a business philosophy that will take the business places.
I think we haven't grown from A to Z yet, and we haven't got his vision fulfilled. And I'd like to see step 2 in his dreams come true, which we're putting up here at Sherwood.
Everything he does is always different. He's always looking for something different.
There's no stopping.
Here's to Jack Biggie. What a fabulous personal friend he has been. What a great relationship we've had, and a real honor to have been associated with Jack through GCA, through ECGC. Jack, we love you.
Here's to Jack and his new store and to his family.
Here's to Jack, here's to the Biggie family, and God help them.
Here's to Jack, the man with a vision.
We wish you all the luck in the world. Actually, you don't need any luck. You are your own luck. That's it.
Here's to Jack, lots of fun working with you and looking forward to a lot of fun coming up.
Well, Jack, here's to you. We hope that you keep getting stronger.
And here's to Jack in opening his new store.
And here's to Jack. Should I have something in my hand?
And if I had a glass of wine, I would raise my glass to Jack Biggie. Here's to Jack. Hear, hear.
Jack, here's to your years of service to the industry. You've done a fantastic job for the Oregon Association of Nurseries. You've done a fantastic job for leading the nursery industry and giving us all ideas of where we should be headed. Appreciate the effort and appreciate all you've brought to the Oregon retail nursery industry. Thanks.
Here's to Jack, a man of passion for what he does with a vision.
Here's to Jack Biggie, one of my biggest critics, yet also one of my biggest mentors.
Here's to you. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to work for Flowers.
Here's to you, Dad. We love you. You've come a long ways. Look what you've brought from the 40s to the 2000s, and it's awesome. Here's to you.
Here's to no curfews with early mornings.
Here's to you, Dad.
Here's to you, Dad. We finally made it happen.
So here's to you, sweetie pie.
Here's to Dad's dreams and all the people who have made them possible.